Alright, so I've made some tweaks to my streaming setup. I'm hoping they work well. The video should look better now. I changed my bitrate cap. I'm also playing a completely different game, which I have to remember how to play. What was that? Oh, is that Ascend? Yeah, okay, Ascend. Turn into my little trick. Release Keeper. Okay, that's a spell. Yeah, so I have chat up this time. I can actually view it. It looks like... Let's see, how do I toggle over? Yep, okay. So I have to type, or if I have to type, I just toggle over like that. Trying to get a feel for how my audio and video look and sound while actually performing the stream is quite difficult. I'm actually using my phone and my laptop to monitor these things here. So looking at my phone, the quality looks decent. So that's good. I'm going to stop monitoring myself because that's going to eat up bandwidth. And yeah, it looks like stream quality is excellent as far as the actual YouTube Live page looks. Yeah, I did a bunch of testing with my audio levels before I actually jumped into this, as well as my video settings. So hopefully this looks a lot better and sounds a lot better. Actually, last time I did one of these last night, I was trying to get this figured out, and there actually was no game audio. I didn't realize that game capture only actually captures game video display. There's no audio involved in the game capture setting of OBS. And so because of that, I basically just had a video of me talking with some, you know, with like a background of a video game. I have since made that either unlisted or private because there's really no point for you guys to be able to see it. It's a trash video that I'm probably going to delete. But it served its purpose. It was a test run for me to understand what settings did and did not work the way that I had my OBS configured for streaming. So yeah, I'm still seeing quality excellent. I do want to do one more quick look on my phone to make sure that my video integrity is holding up. And it looks like it is. I don't love how my picture-in-picture looks, like at me, actually, like me. I feel like the quality on that looks a little crushed. That might be something that I have to adjust, although that's only on my phone. I watched back a couple of test videos that I did on my laptop, and they looked better. So I think my phone is blowing out highlights for some reason. If anybody ends up watching this, oh god, I'm doing a horrible job of playing the game. If anybody ends up watching this, let me know if the bright spots of the image of me, look blown out. So like my shirt, my face on this half where my light is over in that direction, do they look completely washed out, like totally white, or can you see detail? My shirt might be a little blown out because it's actually a white shirt, but my face should look like skin and not just like white ghost. If that's the case, I'll have to make some adjustments. It's hard to tell because my phone looks different. You know, every screen looks different. Every screen has a unique calibration to it, plus phones have like built-in settings that you can adjust, and I never trust phones to be accurate. Half of the monitors and laptop screens out there I don't trust to be accurate. Okay, so I decided to play WarriOrb because in the off chance that this ends up being a half-decent live stream, this is the Let's Play that I did this past Friday, and so my concept for these live streams going forward would be on Saturday or Sunday, or possibly both. I'll basically do a continuation of the game that I posted a Let's Play video of on Friday. So, say for example, the week I did Alien Isolation. I didn't get very far in that game, partially because I was moving at a crawl because I was terrified. But also because I want to try to keep the videos to half an hour, 45 minutes. But if I actually wanted to get you guys some decent content out of that game, which I should because it's a good game, I mean, it's a very well-made game, and obviously there's a lot to explore, and I got all the expansions and stuff, I could do that over the course of Saturday and Sunday. And so I'd end up getting a total of 4 or 5, ish extra hours of content out of that game on top of the Let's Play. And so that's much better as far as sort of reviewing and going through various materials, different games and stuff like that. Give it more of a chance. So this here is WarriOrb. However, I will admit this video is going to be mostly me second-guessing myself, checking my settings, making sure that things seem good. And I apologize for that, but at the same time, this is a test video. I am trying to make sure that what I am doing is working. The quality seems way better than it did last time. I don't know what happened last time, but for some reason, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and kill this stream on my phone because it does seem like it's really holding up. And I want to know if anybody's actually watching as opposed to just me watching myself watch me. Actually, what I am going to do, and I apologize for the hold up, is I'm going to open up my... Well, no, that doesn't matter. Let's just close out of everything and put the phone down. Stop playing with your phone. Okay, yeah. So, let's actually try to play the game here. I'm going to assume that the stream is going well. I really hope it is. I think I got everything hammered out. The only thing that I couldn't figure out is why the video quality seemed to be so much different from what I normally get out of my camera. And I'm sure that has to do with, you know, the upload bit rate, which currently is set to 4.5 meg, which is what YouTube recommended me for 1080p at 60 frames per second. I can tell you that when I'm editing my normal videos, when I run them through their final encoding, I render them at 25 to 35 megabits per second. That's my standard bit rate, so obviously there's going to be a huge difference in the quality there, like a multiplier of 5 or 6 or 7. But in theory, this is what YouTube said I should be using, so it's what I'm using. If I wanted them to be that high a quality, I could probably, with my network connection, my internet, I could probably go as high as 15 megabits per second. Still not going to match what's coming out of my camera once I'm done editing and encoding, but it would look better. The reason I don't fall off the edge of the world, the reason I don't do that is because my wife right now is also streaming on Twitch, and live streaming is kind of her thing. I do my videos. I'm much more into, I much prefer filming a video, giving it proper editing, really going over it, making sure that everything looks right, tweaking every last detail, making sure the audio, the quality out the back end is as perfect as can be, and then posting that highly polished product. I generally shy away from live streaming because you really can't do most of that. Like I was just saying, I'm using the same camera, the same microphone, everything is exactly the same here, other than the fact that I am now live streaming, and automatically my quality is reduced. My audio quality is probably close to the same, except there's a lot of filters that I run in in Adobe Audition, to really buff the sound quality on my my standard videos, and obviously I can't do that while live streaming in real time. There are some filters that I'm running right now, like background noise reduction, which I think is doing a great job. That's actually a default OBS filter, and I was surprised as to how well that works. But and by that I mean, for example, if I stop talking, you should only hear game audio. There shouldn't be any hiss or buzz or background sounds coming from my actual microphone, which is right up here. So I can do a little bit to my audio. I really can't do much of anything to my video. I can't put my LUTs modifier on, which is how I adjust the exposure and the contrast and the various color and light grading on my video. I can't do that. I can't do sharpness enhancements, which I normally run. I can't do noise color reduction or color noise reduction. All the stuff that I normally run on my videos to make sure they look nice. I can't do any of that while live streaming. And I don't know if anybody can. I'm sure if you had a powerful enough computer and network connection, you can probably run some real-time filter that helps with that stuff. But I don't think it's going to look anywhere near as good as using a program like Premiere and doing it after the fact, using proper editing software and then encoding it at a nice high bit rate, making sure that everything renders nicely. And, I don't think you can do that while live streaming. But I do see the upside to live streaming. I get it. I get why people like it. Speaking of people, I do have chat up this time. I don't know if I mentioned last time. One of the things I couldn't figure out, because I was not thinking with my brain, was how to view chat and my game at the same time, and I was toggling back and forth, and it was a mess. And then I realized, laptops have monitors built into them. And there's no reason for me to not have my laptop open next to my main display with the YouTube on it so that I can actually view my chat in real time. And I can actually, monitor my stream quality, which is nice, which this entire time looks like it has been set to, let me do a quick toggle over and look at it. I apologize for the clunkiness of the controller. Yeah, it looks like it's been holding it excellent this entire time with no fluctuation, which means I'm likely not disturbing my wife's Twitch stream, which is 2 floors above me. I'm in the basement in my home studio, and she is up in her office, which I built for her, which has a nice L-corner desk that I built, as well as a desk in her background that I built. And, she's got twinkle lights, and she's got Funko Pops set up, and I hung a bunch of stuff on the walls so that she had a nice background, and I put a little cat bed so that our cats would go and hang out in the background of her videos, because apparently people on Twitch like pets in backgrounds. I don't know anything about Twitch other than I follow a few YouTubers that happen to also have Twitch channels. I do not frequent Twitch at all. I used to try to catch the Privateer Press, makers of War Machine and Hordes, if you don't know who they are. Great gaming company, great games. I used to try to catch their weekly Twitch streams every week, primarily their their developer hangout, and then once a month their Primecast. I have since fallen out of sync with that, though I do want to get back into it. That was pretty much the only thing I ever watched on Twitch. But yeah, now that my wife's into it, I try to pay a little bit more attention and develop a little more understanding as to how it functions, how to grow popularity, what people do and don't like about or do and do not like on Twitch streams or channels. It's definitely different than YouTube. It's a totally different animal than YouTube. It's always interesting finding out what people or how people prefer to consume content. Like, I don't do Twitch. I prefer Polish over, I guess the Twitch thing is really just the fact that it's live. I wouldn't say, I was going to say quality over quantity, but that doesn't really make sense. I prefer polish, the polish of a produced video, as opposed to the interactiveness or the interactability that comes with, if that's even a word, that comes with live streaming. Are you a member? Prove it. Oh yeah, this again. I tried all the passwords, I couldn't get in. So, yeah, I'm trying to understand Twitch a little bit better because my wife is on it. I am YouTube, I've always been YouTube. Occasionally Vimeo, if there's a specific video that somebody sends me or that I've heard about that I want to watch and it's only available on Vimeo. But it's funny because I was just talking to my brother-in-law and he was telling me he's not that big a fan of YouTube because he said it tends to promote shorter content. And I said, well, what do you mean by shorter content? Most of the videos I watch are between 15 and 30, maybe 40 minutes long for some of the longer ones. And he said, I like to watch stuff that's over an hour. And I was like, really? Other than Joe Rogan's podcast, I don't know if I've ever consumed any content on YouTube or any other, unless we're talking about like Netflix and Hulu. Like, who watches stuff over an hour long? I hadn't even heard of that. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. If that's what you're into, YouTube is very much not designed or currently in the method of promoting hour-plus long videos. Like I said, other than maybe like the Joe Rogan podcast and a few other long-format talking shows, or, I don't know of anything else that runs over an hour on YouTube that has any popularity or that even survives. Usually you make a video that long, and because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, and one of the things they factor in is what percentage of your full video people actually watched. If you film an hour-long video and people are checking out after the first 30 seconds to a minute, your score basically goes down. Your score tanks and your video doesn't get promoted, and you won't show up in as many searches. It's very, very, very complicated, and I'm certainly not going to pretend to understand it, but I understand bits and pieces of it. And I think that's the case for most people on YouTube, even people that are highly successful on YouTube. Some of the people that I follow, obviously, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, although not so much PewDiePie anymore. I feel like I haven't been interested in any of his content lately, but maybe that's just because I haven't been giving it a chance. But certainly Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they have gigantic followings. They're probably, top 5 biggest game streamers or game players on YouTube. And even they have posted numerous videos over the last I want to say 5 years I'll give it, about just how confused they are by the changes that YouTube will make out of the blue and with no warning and no actual sort of guidelines handed out to their creators, even their large creators, their highly successful creators like Markiplier, who have tens of millions of followers and have been making a living off of the platform for like a decade. They don't give them any information. They don't say, hey, here's what we changed. Hey, here's what we changed it to. Here are some new guidelines. Oh, we changed this rule. Oh, we tweaked that rule. And I'm not just talking about the algorithm, because the algorithm is a whole monster that really nobody understands. But even stuff like what will and won't get videos demonetized or taken down entirely, those rules seem to change just with no warning and with no information given to users to make an effort to avoid the new sort of like strike rules, which I think is what most people refer to them as. So YouTube is a real beast to try to understand so that you can get around these weird rules and preferences to get a decent following going without YouTube getting in the way of your videos. So obviously Twitch is completely different, and Vimeo completely different. As far as I know, if you want to make money and have a serious career, YouTube is still the place to do that, with Twitch following closely behind. I think there are some people that make a decent living on Twitch, but I think, and I don't want to draw brash assumptions here, but I feel like Twitch has a bad... I feel like Twitch has gotten a bad rap, or at least I've been exposed to parts of Twitch, and they seem to be some of the most popular parts of Twitch, that are basically, I don't want to call them a scam, but like if you're making money simply because people like looking at you, and that's how you're making a living off of Twitch, there's nothing wrong with that. But eventually that's going to become what the platform is known for, and that's certainly not anything that I'm interested in. That's not a form of content that I'm interested in consuming. There are so many people that are, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that just means that when I come to the conclusion that that's what the platform is, a bunch of people that are pretty to look at, whether it be men, women, whatever, cats, I'm basically going to decide that I have no purpose to ever go to that platform again. And I feel like plenty of other people will make the same decision if that becomes sort of the popular opinion. And I feel like Twitch has a much larger volume of content that falls into that category than YouTube does. Like, for example, YouTube has a ton of music videos. If you go to YouTube's trending page, or whatever the hell they call it nowadays, recommendations, I can't remember. Oh, my sword. Can I have 2 swords? Sorry, I'm doing a horrible job of actually playing this game. I'm basically just bouncing around while I talk to you guys, because again, the whole point of the stream is to determine whether or not my stream settings are correct, basically. But anywho, YouTube definitely has stuff that I don't give a damn about, and it certainly seems to promote stuff that I don't give a damn about. I don't care about Will Smith's YouTube page. I don't care about any A-list celebrity's YouTube page. I don't care about the latest trends in music videos. I used to love music videos. It was all I watched growing up, like VH1 and MTV back when they were like nonstop music videos. That was great. Nowadays, I don't really care. And that seems to be overwhelmingly what YouTube promotes nowadays. I don't get why, but pretty much anytime I go to the trending page, out of the first 25 videos, I would say 15 of them are music videos, if not more. That's strange. That doesn't seem to be what YouTube is for, and yet it's taken over the trending. And I get that that might just be a function of the algorithm, where it's looking at what people enjoy, what people click on the most, and if what people click on the most are music videos, then that's what it's going to show you. And there's also, it's also a cultural thing, because YouTube is an internationally available website, and so there are parts of the world where there's a very high population of internet users in an age group that do like music videos, for example, K-pop. And so if the algorithm is just looking at a blanket collection of, what video gets clicked on the most, then how do I pick this guy back up? Then I can see how music videos might rise to the top because they're just getting a ton of clicks, and it's not actually looking at how densely packed an area those clicks are coming from. So say, for example, if one specific region of one specific country has a very high YouTube user base, it's possible that that one region is determining what makes it onto the trending page because they just have so many clicks to offer, and they're targeting the same small group of videos or the same type of videos with all of those clicks. And so it's very easy to skew what everybody sees based off of what a small group is doing. Not a small group, but a very specific group who has a very massive number of clicks that they're putting through. I'm pretty sure I'm just ranting at this point. So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. I should actually see if I can make it through this area. It is 9:20. I have a brisket going out on my grill right now that I started around 5 o'clock, so 4 hours ago. It is coming along nicely. It is an 8-pound brisket. I have never done brisket before. It's not a brisket, I apologize. It's actually a chuck roast, beef chuck roast. I went to the grocery store to pick up some ground chicken because my wife and I are on a ketogenic diet, which means you do not consume, or you consume extremely few carbs, sugar, basically. And so what you eat the most of is full-fat dairy and meat, which I am very happy about because those are two foods that I love. And you still have to be cautious about your caloric intake because obviously any diet only works due to calories in, calories out. That's weight loss, top to bottom. There really isn't anything to it other than that. It's just choosing a diet that allows you to successfully reduce your caloric intake or increase your caloric burn rate, which is basically working out more, doing more physical exercise, physical activity, without it hindering your mood, without it making you feel like you're on a diet, because that's going to cause you to fail, give up the diet, and then you're right back where you started. Keto, or a ketogenic diet, keto as it's known most commonly, works for me and my wife and most people because a high amount of fat and protein, which is what meat and full-fat dairy provide, is very satiating and very filling. And you can also eat tons of greens. I don't like greens, but if you stuff yourself full of greens, you're going to feel full no matter what. So it's easy to eat less food but still feel as full, and so you're reducing your caloric intake without feeling like you've done so, and that makes it easy to stick to the diet. I, for example, have a metabolic burn rate of, resting burn rate of about 2,400, and right now I'm doing a daily intake of about 1,700. So, and then on top of that, I do some light exercise, some light activity, working out in the yard, stuff like that. And so I have been losing about a half a pound a day fairly consistently. Sometimes it comes in chunks. Sometimes it's actually, half a pound a day. Sometimes it'll be nothing for 3 days and then a pound and a half out of the blue. And so because of that, I went to go to the grocery store to get some ground chicken, which is what we've been eating, and they were completely out of ground chicken, they were out of ground beef, they were out of ground turkey. Pretty much all they had left was sausages and roasts, and I feel like that's because people don't properly know how to cook sausages and roasts to make them delicious, which I find funny because either of those meats, slow cooked or smoked, are basically some of the most delicious meat you can produce on your own. And they're very easy to do if you just simply take the time to do it. So right now I have an 8-pound chuck roast going out on the grill, which is dry rubbed with a Mexican seasoning blend, and I am currently in the process of basting hourly with a sugar-free barbecue sauce, which is adding up to a very nice thick bark on the crust of it. Bark being what they refer to the outer layer of a slice of roast that comes off of a smoker or grill. It's basically a thick build-up of crunchy glaze or sauce that you've adhered over time that has hardened and thickened and blackened. And it's really, really delicious when you get a nice slice of meat that has a nice bark around the outside edge of it. It's what most barbecue enthusiasts look for when they're trying to determine whether or not a brisket, for example, was cooked well, or was prepared well. Okay, so I've done absolutely nothing during this whole video. Let me take a second and stop ranting about literally everything else but this game, and try to figure out what it is I'm doing. Domains knowledge. Here can go beyond my experience. Okay. I've got to go. Okay, so I've got nothing left to get from that guy. What I'm trying to do is figure out how to get out of the sewers, or I should say how to make this guy happy, the gatekeeper, to get out of the sewers. He wants me to prove that I am worthy. When I ask him that I am worthy, he says I am not. Skip. I'm fed up with your trial, just teleport me back. Giving up is not an option. Go now, the trial awaits you. Okay, so yeah, what I had to do before was free this guy in here. This mad scientist dude. He's actually a crazy gnome. He wants me to let him, or get him through this gate behind him. And once I do that, he will give me a potion of worthiness, which I can then drink, which will then get the gatekeeper to let me pass through. And that lets me progress in the game. I am not sure... Oh, I just had a thought, and I really hope it's not the case, because that'll make me feel pretty stupid. Let's go Shadestone. This spell allows me to walk through enemies. I wonder if it also lets me walk through people. How do I cast it? Oh, B. No, okay. I just had this crazy thought, what if I'm just supposed to use that spell and walk right through him to get to the other side of the gate and then open the gate? Okay, so yeah, I feel like I've gone around this entire place and I do not get where to go. So the layout is actually linear. So when I go down these stairs right here, so he's to my right, when I come down these stairs, he is still right up there to my right, in theory. So if I need to get behind that gate, I should go this way. Let's see, and then this hallway, and then left. Yeah, but see, now I'm turning the wrong way. Pretty sure I don't have... Yeah, there's no mini-map or anything like that, I don't think. Certainly not one that I've interacted with before. I've got this thing. You know, I've never actually tried to get across this chasm. What if I... Okay, how do I drop this? Left trigger to drop. Okay. What if... What the hell was that? Pull? Oh, no, that's not what I want. Okay. Right trigger to pick up. Okay. I'm going to try jumping halfway across this gap, dropping this, dying in the process, then respawning and trying to jump on it again. Oh, and you know what? I know exactly how to facilitate that. I have a spell, this lovely lady right here, which I cast by doing this. That is now my respawn point when I die. That's an awesome... I love that mechanic. I've never had a mechanic like that in a game before. I think that's really cool. Okay, so let's pick this up. Let's jump. Let's drop it. All right, cool. Respawn back at her. Okay. Now, let's try to bounce off of that. Horrible. Let's try that again. No, okay. It's jump, shift is a speed boost. If I jump in midair, I shift into an orb. It speed boosts me. Look at that. See, if I actually just paid attention and tried to play the game, I'd have gotten there quite a while ago. Alright, so now I can shoot my way back. Let's recover her, because you can only have one instance of her out at a time, and obviously I want her with me. Let's get back to... Come on. Let's get back to the top side area. Like I said, keeping an eye on the time here a bit, because I do have a brisket out on the grill. Okay, the gate is open. Maybe this creature has a heart after all, and probably started feeling sorry for me as well. I pulled a few levers here and there. Oh, really? That was nice, even if it was absolutely unnecessary. Never mind, here's your reward. And he gave me... I've got to go. He gave me the potion of worthiness. So, if I consume said potion... how do I consume said potion? Boom. There we go. Okay. I am now worthy. Cool. Let's Let's go talk to the gatekeeper. Badoo. Bam. Talk. Am I worthy, gatekeeper? Yes, you are. Spectacular. He's going to teleport me back up to the real world. Right now I'm in like an underground dungeon sewer area, which he uses to constantly put me through trials. I do ask for your apologies, young one, for there was a mistake. This door is open and free of charge for everyone. Which means I did all that for no reason. What do you mean? That all those challenges that I had to pass were in vain? I am really sorry about that. Take the rune stone as compensation. Heal stone. Okay. Well, thanks. Farewell. Is that a new spell? Let's see what that is. How do I check inventory? There we are. Inventory. Spell. It is a spell. Okay, let's equip it. I can't equip it. Why can't I equip it? You can only change the equipped spells near ancient statues. Oh, okay. Is there one of those around here? Missing a weird key. Do these count as ancient statues? No. Ancient statues. Ancient statues. Oh, there was a statue of a giant angel back here. Aha. Left trigger. Change spells. Boom. Okay, cool. How do I... Capacity 1 of 2. What does that mean? Remove. Remove? Add. Oh, okay. Remove. Capacity of 2. How do I know how much it actually costs? It doesn't seem to say. Oh, capacity cost. Okay. So this one's actually... This Soulstone is actually free to use. That doesn't use up any slots. And then I can keep Shade Walk or Heal. We're going to take Heal. I think. Yeah. We'll take Heal for now. Okay. Cool. So, that's how I swap between spells. Heal Stone. So if I use that, boop, no need. Okay. This is my checkpoint lady. Cool. Open. Master Key. There's so many... So this is the arcade. That's what this facility is called. There's so many different doors and things that you can interact with. Oh, that's the end of that. Stream still looks like it's going well. I'm going to quickly check my stream health. Yep, no problem there. How long have I been going? I've been going for about half an hour. I might go another half an hour. Just to see how it goes. No reason not to. And this video might not even stay up. Because like I said, I don't want to... Whoa! I don't want to stream crap. And most of this video was crap. This chick is just singing a song.
Hush, hush!
Oh, gnome lady. Okay. Hush, hush, little one. Ring the bell if you need something. Ring the bell? Oh, this bell? Ring bell. That's some spiffy music. No, I meant the other bell. What other bell? Jesus. Oh, she's a fun one. Oh, a customer. Hi, I'm Lori. And you are? A mighty spirit. I'm a mighty spirit of the unknown. That's fine, but I wonder, what is your name? I don't know if I have one. Oh, how sad. Would you like to buy one? The first one is for free. Yes. Alright. Failed one. Spirit of the unknown. Bali. Like Wally. We're gonna go Spirit of the Unknown, because that sounds badass. Also, I like the different poses, like, and then whatever, like... So, this one's definitely the most badass. This sounds pretty epic, but I wonder what nickname it might have. Spyry? Noni? Never mind. You chose well. Spirit of the Unknown. It still sounds a bit weird, but I think I might like it. Now that we're done with this, will you have a look at my wares? Yes? Do I have money? Sure. How... Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. She's got lovely songs to sing. Do we have categories? Oh, we do. Key of something. Arcade key. A key without a proper item description. Sometimes the lock is harder to find than the key. Okay. It looks like I have no money. Firestone. Oh, these are spells. So you can just outright buy spells. Chant stone. Prevents death. That's awesome. Enchants your active weapon. It causes an additional 0.5% or times damage for 5 seconds. Tealstone. Summons one homing projectile target at a close foe. Prefers flying targets. Causes 16 damage on impact. Firestone. Summons a powerful blast. Roasting anything in a straight line. Causes 16 damage. Okay, those are awesome. I need to get my hands on some money. Oh, I have stuff I can sell. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay. Not selling my sword. Blue crystal. I have 2 of these. And apparently all they're good for is selling. Because the description is literally an ancient crystal people like to buy. So sell both of those for 10 gold. Okay, not selling either of my runes. Definitely not selling my sword. So let's go back to buy. Increases your damage by 20%. White shard. Amber shard. Each melee strike has an additional 10% chance of causing a critical hit, causing 200% of your normal weapon damage. Oh, wow. Okay. I mentioned it during my Let's Play. I'm going to continue talking as if anybody's ever going to watch this, but like I said, I might private this video. I mentioned during my Let's Play of this game that once I noticed how many unlockable runes there were, I was stunned as to how much bigger and how deeper this game, like how much... What's the right word? Because I couldn't get the right word out at the time. How crunchier this game was than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a quick 10-hour playthrough. It really seems like it's got a lot more to offer, and I'm excited about that because it's a fun game. Key of something. No. Okay, we want spells. So, Magic Missile, Fire Strike. Magic Missile prefers flying targets. Summon a powerful blast, roasting anything in a straight line. I like that. Green Flame, your active weapon, causing it to 5 times damage for 5 seconds. That I can't even use because the capacity cost, I can't afford it either. Shadewalk, I have second chance, prevents death. Cost 2, prevents death. I gotta go Fire Strike. That just sounds awesome. Buy. Buy it. Alright, so now, if I go to my inventory, and I go to spells, and I can't do that here, I just realized I have to go back to the statue. Let's pop upstairs. There we go. Okay, so, change spells. We are going to drop the Heal Stone, because I'd rather have Fire Strike, and add Fire Strike. Okay, let's give that bad boy a try. Oh yeah, that's... Now we're getting serious. Okay. So let's go through that gate that should have been open to begin with, except the gatekeeper made a boo-boo. He made an oopsie. Excuse me, madam. Okay. Just keeping an eye, making sure no one's actually watching. No one's watching. Okie doke. Ooh. Every time I die and my sword clangs down like that, I want to rush over and try to pick it up. I should probably just try to walk through these. Oh god, that's why you set your save point. With that soul spell. What is that spell properly called? Soulstone, Firestone. Oh, no, that's not the actual name of the spell. The name of the spell is Soulbind. So I'm guessing... Not here, honey. Nope, not what I meant. Come back. I'm guessing that, like, this whole column is going to be Soulstones. Each has a different name. And then this will be Shade Stones, each with a different spell name, and these will be Heal Stones and Fire Stones and so on. Because then when I open this, there are 8 different spots, and there are 8 different slots in those. There are 8 different columns in my inventory, so I'm assuming you can have one of each type of stone equipped at a time. Okay. Bounce past her. Alright, let's set her there. Because God knows I don't want to keep respawning all the way back at the beginning. Oh, man. Okay. How do I... Didn't even notice there's a hole in the ground. Actually, let me fix that real quick, because that was bugging me before, too. I just felt like I couldn't see some features. Let's do 150. It's probably my monitor. My monitor is terrible. It's not even a monitor. It's a TV, and it was a free TV, and it's a bad free TV. So that's probably why I couldn't see certain features, and now I definitely can. So, oh god, oh man, I keep forgetting I can just come out of ball form. I don't have to stay in it. I can drop out and then I immediately stop rolling. When you stay in ball form, if you have momentum, you kind of keep going. But if I just shift out, you immediately stop. And all you have to do to make that happen is let go of your left trigger. Trying to match my timing with the openings on these. Oh, that looks good. Alright, nice. Switch. Cool. Did that, like, activate these platforms? Okay, that's a lot of height that I'm getting there. Oh, if you get it on the upstroke, it, like, throws you into the air to send. Ooh, okay. These guys are, like, neutral. They really only bother you if you smack them. So I don't. Are these? Yep. I have a bad habit of testing whether or not things kill you by touching them. Oh, good. That switch turned these off. That's what it did. All right. Guys, I don't have COVID-19. I just have a tickle in the back of my throat from talking so much. I have a whole shaker bottle of juice upstairs that I should be drinking. Well, it's not juice. It's Crystal Light, which is just flavored water, because, again, sugar-free. Oh, this is actually a... Die. Oh, I should have used my Flame Strike. I wanted to see what it did. Yeah, I drink a ton of Crystal Light because, for me, it helps me drink more water because it tastes better than just plain water. I have nothing against plain water, but I will do a better job of staying hydrated and getting closer to a gallon of water a day, which is what I shoot for if I am, you know, enticed a little more to drink it, and it being flavored helps with that. So this is actually a golem. I've killed those before. These things, however, with the green dots, they don't bother you unless you bother them. I'm gonna guess I want these all facing in. Okay, I got it. Every key turns 2. Oh, too far. No, come on, fellas, keep going. Okay, so now he's facing in. Oh wow, this is tricky. Oh, I did it. I didn't think that was going to be that easy. Leave circle. Nice. Ooh. That's just pretty looking. Oh, right, now I have to jump over these because these all kill me. Boom. Or do they? Oh god, it's under, over, under. Ugh! I was about to say, you know, I really should have moved my my soul bind, or what's it called? What the hell's it called? Soulbind. I was right. Alright, let's summon, return this one. Get the hell out of here. And I will reset this, or reset my Soulbind in a better location. Like, right here, I guess. So that is now my respawn point. No point in having that set as my current spell, because I can't cast it if she's already placed. So I might as well switch to this. I'm curious if this can actually kill these things. Nope, just makes them angry. And, yep, okay. Okay, cool, these guys stay activated. That was a fun little puzzle. It took me a second to realize what was going on, and then I got it. Okay, so under... Actually, let's... You know what? I should have just set my Soulbind right there at the entrance to this place, but that's fine. Where it is isn't... Oh, wow. This is going to be tricky to get through. Okay, yeah, let's... Whoop, not what I meant to do. Let's move Soulbind. Oh, that guy shifted on me. Just keep bouncing right along. Okay. Set up Soulbind. That is not Soulbind. That is Soulbind. Okay, now let's bring that back. Okay. So, under. I don't trust that I can actually flat out jump that. Under. 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 Let's go backside. Oh god. Whoo, under. I can change spells here? Are you recommending that I change spells here? Why would I change spells? Whatever. Oh, boss fight. Oh, not a boss fight, but a dude. Oh, let's test this out. Okay, not that great. Boom. Get dead. You gonna bring another one in at me? Do I have to kill this thing? I wonder if there's a way to... Oh, no! Alright, now that I know how to do it, you come with me. I wonder if there's a way to... No, you know what? Just... stay. 'Cause I'm gonna die like a dozen times trying to get through this, and I don't want to respawn all the way back at the top of the map. That's exactly why. I wish there was a way to summon her back to me that didn't require walking back to her. Because that is an amazingly useful spell. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to kill these things without standing in front of them, because that seems to be... that gives them the opportunity to shoot you. So obviously you don't want to. Okay, daddies respawn. Oh, I thought I was going to back up enough for that. Oh, he got me. Kudos. So those are golems. Oh, and they come in various shapes and sizes. They're generally not that difficult to deal with. The problem that I'm having with this one is that because of those two little roamers that are going back and forth, I'm stuck in such a confined space. I can't just, like, dodge away from him like I normally would. Maybe I should change spells, because I can't use Fire Strike because of the fact that there's things I don't want to hit around me. Heal might be useful. And then Shade Walk. We'll go heal. I hate that Shade Walk only lasts for 2 seconds. Okay, so... Wait, can I actually... Oh. Oh, this little totem that heals me also replenishes my spells. So I got to resummon her. That's awesome. Okay, so Healstone, Circle, or I call it Circle. I'm so used to PlayStation B. Come on, dude, swing at me so I can... what's the cooldown time on Healstone? Fix me. Oh, that resets everything? Restore. That resets bad guys. So you can't fix yourself mid-fight. Okay. Okay, bouncing off his head doesn't work. Let's restore, and let's try this again. Yeah, what makes it hard is that these things are in my way. Oh! My circular strike allows me to hit them without being in their firing path. There we go. Group defeated. Arcade servants. After creating intelligence golem makers... Oh, bleh. After creating intelligence, golem makers wanted even more. They wanted complex personality. They wanted golems that can not only think, but also feel. That was the idea behind designing the gatekeepers. Oh, well that explains that guy. Open? Missing arcade key. I know where to buy the arcade key. From... what's her name? God, what is her name? Lynn? Lori? Lori. I think it was Lori. The gnome up top that sort of acts as a merchant sold me my Fire Strike spell. She had the arcade key, which I now don't think I can buy because I was stupid and bought Fire Strike because I wanted shiny new spells. I knew that was going to come back and bite me. Whoa. Leave circle. Yeah, leave circle. Ooh, I know how to kill you now. Let's heal, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Boom. Boom. Get good. Alright. It's now a fair fight. How do you like that? Let's go this way, I guess. I haven't gone this way. Ooh, ooh, oh. Okay, good. I always forget that my circular strike is technically a special, so it has a cooldown. I was wondering what the purpose for it was, other than doing slightly more damage, but now I understand it's for killing these guys. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm kind of back where I wanted to be, so that's fine. Because I want to talk to Lori and see how much that spell costs. Which is downstairs, right here. All of these map areas are so intricate. You really have to pay attention to what's where, because you can get lost and turned around. And they're all three-dimensional, but you're only seeing a small window of them at a time. So if you're not paying attention to your actual orientation, you can get really confused and mixed up. I'm looking at my stream and I'm seeing some chop. It's been just under an hour. Let me see how much this key is going for. Ring the bell if you need anything. Yeah, I remember. This bell. Did I get her name right? Yeah, Lori. Okay. Trade. Yeah, trade. How much is that arcade key? Right here, arcade key. Costs 3. I have none. Let's see what I can sell her. I could sell her the Shade Stone for 7, the Heal Stone for 7. I honestly don't think I'm going to use that Shade Stone. I guess we'll sell it. Hey, can you... There we go. Oh, a customer. Did you come back to check out my wares? I did wish to check out your wares. Alright, arcade key. Bye. Bye. Nice. Okay, so now we have the arcade key. Where was I just now that I needed the arcade key? Down here. Okay, bounce, and bounce, and bounce. Okay, platforms, and 1, and 2, and 3, with a double bounce just to make sure I make it. Okay, boom, drop down. Let's go ahead and set my soulbind right here. Get that. Oh, I thought I was going to get him. Let's go with heal stone. You know what? I'd rather be full health, just because I know I'm going to bop into 1 or 2 of these things, and I don't want it to kill me. There we go. All right, getting a feel for that. Enter tower? Is that what I needed the key for just now? I can't remember. See what I mean about these maps being like really intricate and having to pay attention to your orientation, or else you can get very easily, this is bad, very easily turned around. Whoa, okay. I need to get off of this straight away really fast. Okay, alright, good. Just long enough to clear those. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you're kidding me. Can I can't set a new soulbind because I can't recall her because she's already set somewhere else. Oh my god, that timing is intensely hard. Oh, there's a wall there. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice there's a wall there. Okay. I'm going to give this like 1 or 2 more shots, and I think I'm going to call this stream. Yes. I'm actually okay with her, with my soulbind being set up where it is. That's not too bad of a location. So I can just come back here, pop down here, and then I'm basically where I was. Okay. Let's just... I thought I could just do it all in one in one run. Let's take her with me. Ugh, why did I lift her up? Okay, I'm gonna call it here. That has been this stream. Let me pop back over to OBS. I'll end this with some big screen mode. Yeah, there we go. This has been me playing WarriOrb, but for the most part, this has been me testing out whether or not I have my stream settings configured properly as far as audio and video quality and bitrate and things like that. Hopefully this looked half decent. If it did, I'm likely going to start doing these on the weekends, assuming that it did not in any way hinder my wife's stream, which is currently going on Twitch. Obviously, we share a Wi-Fi network, so I don't want to bog her down by streaming. That's more her territory, and she kind of laid claim to it, so I can't really jump in now and fight her for that space. But assuming that it didn't interfere with her, and assuming that this looked half decent and sounded half decent, and I don't feel like that it's going to degrade the overall quality of my channel, which I'm still debating on, I will probably make these a regular thing. But other than that, if you guys end up watching this, I hope you at least struggled through a little bit of it, and I appreciate you for that. And I will see you guys in my next legitimate video. Have a good one.